Hey there, anime enthusiasts! Summer's sizzling, and so is our anime lineup. Some of these have already started airing, like Suicide Squad Isekai and The Strongest Magician in the Demon Lord's Army Was a Human. Before we jump in, if you're following Shy or Tower of God, check out my recap videos. Now let's dive into the top 10 most anticipated anime of summer 2024.
じゃあ始めちゃう
なんなんだこれしてね
高野様は夫です
First up, we're diving into the world of My Wife Has No Emotion. Picture this. Takuma, our average Joe protagonist, is so done with adulting that he buys a robot housekeeper. Classic start, right? But here's where it gets interesting. He jokingly suggests she becomes his wife. And oh boy, does she take that seriously? What follows is a heartwarming and often hilarious exploration of what it means to be human. We'll see Mina, the robot wife, slowly developing what seems like emotions. The anime promises to tackle some deep questions. Can AI truly feel? What defines a relationship? And most importantly, can love bloom between man and machine? I'm particularly excited to see how they handle Mina's character development. Will it be subtle? Or are we in for some major emotional breakdowns? Either way, I'm betting tissues might be needed for this one.
だってロボットじゃん本気なの
本気だよ
Next up, Shoshimin, How to Become Ordinary, flips the usual anime protagonist trope on its head.
最後の2つですよタルトタルト
Meet Kobato, a guy who's desperately trying to be average after some mysterious wisdom work incident. He teams up with classmate Osanai for their ordinary citizen high school debut. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. This anime looks set to deliver a perfect blend of slice of life and mystery. Each episode, we'll see Kobato and Osanai tackle increasingly bizarre situations while trying to maintain their facade of normalcy. The real kicker? We don't know what Kobato's hiding from his past. My theory? He's got some kind of supernatural detective skills he's trying to suppress. What do you think? Drop your guesses in the comments.
私たち小市民にとって
Prepare for a feels trip with Atri, my dear moments.
アトリと言います
This anime is serving us a post-apocalyptic world where the sea has swallowed most of civilization. Our protagonist, Ikaruga Natsuki, has lost almost everything: his mom, his leg, and now his home to the rising seas. But wait, there's hope. In true anime fashion, he stumbles upon a mysterious robot girl named Atri in an underwater ruin. She's not your average robot. We're talking human-like emotions and a strong sense of purpose. The anime promises to explore themes of loss, purpose, and what it means to be human, all wrapped up in a summer romance. I'm particularly intrigued by the world building here. How has society adapted to the rising seas? And what's the deal with Atri? Is she connected to Natsuki's grandmother somehow? So many questions.
私マスターの足になります
Alright, harem anime fans, here's a fresh take on your favorite genre.
Yeah, boy.
にゃ
よっしゃ死ぬ覚悟できた
Pseudo Harem introduces us to Eiji Kitahama, your typical high school guy dreaming of popularity. Enter Rin Nanakura, his junior in the drama club, who uses her acting skills to create a one-woman harem for Eiji. This anime looks like it'll be a goldmine of comedic situations. Imagine Rin switching between a tsundere, a Genki girl, and a cool beauty at the drop of a hat. But beneath the laughs, there's a sweet story of young love blooming. Will IJ see past the characters to the real Rin? And how long can Rin keep up this charade? I'm excited to see how they handle the character dynamics here. Will we get distinct harem members, or will it be more fluid? Either way, this looks like a fun twist on a classic anime trope.
出てくる女の子が可愛いって
Calling all otaku. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction is about to hit us right in the feels.
先生がもう一肌脱ぐしかないわね。
Meet Okumura, president of the school's manga club and a proud 2D lover. His world gets turned upside down when Ririsa, a cosplay enthusiast, joins the club. This anime promises to be a hilarious and heartwarming exploration of otaku culture and real-world relationships. We'll see Okumura struggle with his growing feelings for Ririsa, who just happens to cosplay as his favorite character, Liliel. Expect plenty of meta-humor about anime tropes, cosplay culture, and the blurring lines between 2D and 3D. I'm particularly looking forward to seeing how they handle the cosplay photo shoots. Will we get some behind-the-scenes looks at costume creation? And how will Okumura's perceptions of real girls change throughout the series? This could be a real gem for anyone who's ever felt torn between their 2D loves and 3D reality.
コスプレとコスプレイヤーを愛してるから。
At number 5, Why Does Nobody Remember Me in This World? Is about to take us on a wild ride.
本当の世界を覚えていないんだ
Our protagonist Kai finds himself in a world that's been overwritten. Humanity lost the Great War, dragons and demons rule, and nobody remembers Kai. Talk about a bad day. This anime looks set to blend classic Isekai elements with a mystery twist. Why was the world rewritten? Who is the mysterious girl Rina? And how did Kai inherit the missing hero's powers? Each episode promises to unravel more of this complex plot, while delivering epic fantasy battles. I'm particularly intrigued by the concept of a forgotten protagonist. Will Kai have to rebuild relationships from scratch? And what happened to his original world? This could be the mind-bending isekai we've been waiting for.
なるほど。ここが死後の世界というわけかね。
Now here's an isekai with a deliciously dark twist. No Longer Allowed in Another World stars Osamu Dazai, a real-life author from 1948 who gets yanked into a fantasy world. The catch? He's more interested in finding the perfect place to die than in heroic adventures. This anime promises to be a unique blend of historical fiction, fantasy, and dark comedy. Watching Dazai, a man from pre-tech Japan, navigate a world of magic and monsters should be hilarious. But beneath the laughs, we might get some deep exploration of Dazai's melancholy and the value of life. I'm really curious about how they'll handle the cultural clash here. Will Dazai's 1940s worldview cause problems in the fantasy world? And will his experiences change his outlook on life and death? This could be the thoughtful, quirky isekai we didn't know we needed.
こんな連中がこの世界を救う勇者。
Get ready for a romance that's sweet, complex, and refreshingly mature with Days with My Stepsister.
これはいつか恋に至るかもしれない物語。
Yuta Asamura and his new stepsister Saki Ayase aren't your typical anime siblings. They've agreed to keep a comfortable distance, learning from their parents' past relationships. This anime looks set to explore the nuances of building a new family dynamic. We'll see Yuta and Saki navigate their changing relationship, from strangers to siblings to something more? The series promises to tackle themes of trust, family, and the different forms love can take. I'm particularly interested in how they'll handle the inevitable romantic tension. Will Yuta and Saki fight their feelings? Or will they redefine what family means to them? This could be a thoughtful take on a often cliched anime trope.
私たち似てるね。ダメなところも含めて。
Alya sometimes hides. Her feelings in Russian is bringing us a romantic comedy with a multilingual twist.
他の女のこと考えてた？
なんでわかる
Meet Alisa Mikhailovna Kuju, the half-Russian, half-Japanese school idol who's captured everyone's heart. Except her target, Masachika Kuze. This anime promises a delightful mix of cultural misunderstandings, secret language skills, and blossoming young love. We'll see Alisa struggle to express her true feelings, only letting her guard down in Russian. Little does she know, Masachika understands every word. I'm excited to see how they handle the bilingual aspect. Will we get subtitles for Alisa's Russian confessions? And how long can Masachika keep up his clueless act? This could be a fresh, funny take on the classic tsundere romance.
連れてってあげる新しい世界に
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the most anticipated anime of summer 2024. Suicide Squad Isekai is the crossover we never knew we needed.
おいおいおいおい、待て待て。
DC villains in a fantasy world? It's like Christmas came early. This anime is set to be an action-packed, chaotic adventure. We'll see Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Peacemaker, Clayface, and King Shark trying to navigate a world of magic and monsters. With only 72 hours before their head bombs explode, the pressure's on to conquer an entire army.
マジか
I'm particularly hyped to see how each character's abilities translate to this new world. Will Deadshot's aim work on dragons? Can Clayface shapeshift into fantasy creatures? And please tell me we'll get to see Harley Quinn riding a unicorn into battle. This anime promises to blend the gritty anti-hero vibe of Suicide Squad with classic Isekai tropes. I'm betting on some epic battles, unexpected alliances, and probably a lot of Harley Quinn causing chaos. This could be the genre-defying hit of the season.
俺頑張る
And there you have it, folks. Summer 2024 is shaping up to be an incredible season for anime. From robot romance to villainous isekai adventures, we've got it all. Which series are you most excited for? Any wild theories about these shows? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe for more anime content. Until next time, stay cool!